Welcome back, everyone. An inspirational and empowering book written by a Houston man who was sexually abused as a child is helping other victims of pedophilia turn their lives around.
Fox 26's Kristen Kane sat down with the author, and she joins us live right now from the newsroom with more. Kristen?
Well, you know, a lot of women will write books about sexual and physical abuse, but very rarely does a man talk honestly and openly about it. Houston author Carter Lee is hoping his story can help others who have been abused and help educate parents.
It started when he was just 4 years old.
My next door neighbor, who was an older teenager, I'm guessing 16 or 17 at the time, very slowly started building a relationship with me where I'd go over there and, you know, it was very innocent at first.
While babysitting Carter Lee, the neighbor would play rated R movies.
He would put in pornography, at first softcore, Playboy type stuff, exposés, and then he would move into XXX pornography. He would always reinstill, this is what real adults do, this is what real men do. I just felt like, okay, I get to do something that adults partake in all the time. You know, I felt kind of cool at first, but then the more intimate he got with it physically, you know, that progressed too. At first it was just, you know, slightly hands-on stuff until it was full out, you know, sexual acts on him, and that's when it really started affecting me.
At age 7, the sexual abuse stopped when Carter's family moved, but it had lasting effects. He describes his teenage years as very angry. He turned to pro wrestling and MMA fighting, but says that training was just a Band-Aid on a machete wound.
By exerting so much energy, again, it kind of masked the anger issues I had because I was constantly venting it out.
At 30, his wife filed for divorce.
When my temper would escalate, and it would be violence like breaking inanimate objects.
A week after the separation, Carter hit rock bottom.
I was by myself in that empty house, and I had a shotgun in my mouth. And I remember having to get up and turn the picture around of her and my stepson.
But it was his stepson that saved his life.
I couldn't get him out of my brain, and I wanted to be a role model for him as much as I could.
Carter put down the gun and picked up a book. He started studying the mind, seeing a counselor and a psychiatrist, and he lost 100 pounds. He worked as a stand-up comedian and motivational speaker, and he decided to share his story with others. That meant starting with his parents.
It was very heart-wrenching at first to have to tell him, you know, how do you come up with those words to say, oh, I was sexually molested by so-and-so, someone they knew.
He then put his words on paper. His book, When Jonathan Cried for Me, was released last month.
I never thought I could be a voice to help others who were sexually abused, and I've kind of become that voice. No matter what your background is, you know, you can get a hold of your life and you can feel the way you want to feel inside. It takes a lot of hard work, but you know, we're our #1 investment in this lifetime.
Carter says he's healthy and feels great. He no longer has anger issues or depression, and he doesn't take any medications.
You can find Carter's book, When Jonathan Cried for Me, at your local bookstore, or you can order it on his website. We've posted that link on our website, myfoxhouston.com. Just look under the Scene on TV tab. A portion of the proceeds will go directly to the organization Stop the Silence, Stop Child Sexual Abuse.